fear, my love. You will be well taken care of in the afterlife. I've seen to that. You'll have food, drink, servants to do whatever you like. And soon, you will awaken in the afterlife. Sleep well. Sleep, my darling. You have nothing to fear. You'll be able to accept my love much more easily in the afterlife. Have no fear, darling. I am coming. I am coming to be with you. And now, I shall become Ba, the great spirit bird, and fly from the tower and join you in the afterlife for all eternity.
What are you worried about? We can make a fortune on this. Hey, look, that could be the car. Come on, man. What's that here? Come on, Chip, start the van. Right, I'm going. Slow-mo kill out.
The van. It's gotta be them. Let's go.
Stop! Let's roll!
I want him. DeVore!
I'll get the van!
DeVore!
Help me!
Coming to us live, Tiffany.
Okay, just a minute. Do we have feed yet?
We're ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is Tiffany Hill, coming to you live from the county courthouse, where jury selection will begin momentarily in the trial of mob kingpin Victor Jerome. Mr. Jerome is accused of the complicity in the murder of Duke Lavery, who was killed a few weeks ago in a warehouse explosion. Mr. Jerome, who has been awaiting trial in prison because he was denied bail, arrived at the courthouse a few moments ago, surrounded by police guards and attorneys. Mr. Jerome had no comment himself, but one of his attorneys said that he had complete confidence that his client would be cleared of all charges. Also in the courthouse today is Anna Lavery, the widow of Duke Lavery. Mrs. Lavery had no comment herself except to say that she knew that justice would be served. But she has contended all along that her husband was killed by Mr. Jerome in retaliation for testimony against the mob kingpin boss in a trial in New York City. And because of this, similar retaliation kept further witnesses from testifying, which also helped Mr. Jerome to be acquitted of all charges of racketeering.
Who is it?
This is an easy case.
I'm coming. Oh, great. Just a second, Aunt Charlene. Hi, come on in.
What in the world are you doing?
I don't have time to explain anything to you.
Lolling around this hotel room, ordering up room service is not going to get the job done here. You told me that Scott was not going to prosecute Victor Jerome.
I tried to get him to stop doing that, but he wouldn't listen to me, Aunt Charlene.
Well, what a time to lose your gift of persuasion. Do you know that Victor Jerome could have you and Scott killed?
Don't you think I know that?
Well, then why don't you talk to Scott?
Be quiet a second. He's coming on the screen right now. Sit down and
The
listen.
case has just arrived. Mr. Baldwin, do you have any idea what kind of jury members you hope to choose today?
I have no comment, Tiffany.
Do you think that you have a strong enough case against Mr. Jerome to convict him whatsoever?
No comment. Come on. Excuse me.
That was Assistant District Attorney Scott Baldwin, who is prosecuting the case against Mr. Jerome. Obviously, he is not going to give us any comment until after the jury has been selected, which should happen momentarily. We've had a slight delay in the courtroom. We do not know exactly what the
It's really strange. What's so strange about it?
Well, I mean, I've never known Scott to avoid the limelight like that. I wonder.
I thought you said that Scott was going to go to the police.
Oh, how many times do I have to tell you Scott refused, okay?
Well, then why didn't you go yourself?
Aunt Charlene, this is a very complicated situation. You just don't realize how complicated.
Oh, well, then just why don't you simplify it for me? Honey, I am scared for you, both you and Scott. Well, for heaven's sakes, you yourself told me you were terrified that Victor Jerome would come after you if Scott prosecuted him, and there he is all over
I
the
know,
TV.
but what do you want me to do?
I want you to go to the police.
I can't.
Well, if you won't, I will.
No, you won't. You will not do that. You will stay right here.
Well, why not, sugar? Robert Scorpio could help you.
Aunt Charlene, Robert Scorpio happens to be out of town.
Well, now, you see, if you'd gone to him when I asked you to, he could be giving you protection now instead of out on some vacation or something.
He is not on vacation. He's on some important case or something.
Well, what's more important than saving your neck?
Look, that could be the car. Come on, man. Come on, Jim, start the van. Right up, rolling. Slow motion.
The bag. It's gotta be there. Let's go.
Stop! Stop!
There's Paul. I want him. Dubois!
I'll get the van.
Dubois!
Dubois, where is she? I want you, Dubois.
Flower delivery.
Lilacs. Oh, how lovely. Oh, they smell delicious, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Who sent them?
Actually, I picked them myself. Clifford said they were one of your favorites.
Oh, that was very thoughtful of you, dear.
Well, I was going to get roses, but they're not looking very good.
Oh, dear, aren't they?
No, and Clifford doesn't know what's wrong with them either.
Well, I suppose I really should go out and talk to them about them tomorrow, shouldn't I?
That sounds like a good idea, Grandmother.
But it wasn't really my idea, was it? It was yours.
What do you mean?
You're worried about me, aren't you, dear?
No, I just thought it might be a good idea to help get your mind off things.
You mean Edward? You know, Ned, you remind me more and more of him.
Do I?
He was always so sweet to me, too. In his gruff old fashion.
Do I really remind you of Grandfather?
When he was younger, yes.
Well, if I can be half the man he was, I'd be very happy.
I know he'd be very, very pleased to hear you say that.
Yeah. That's weird. Must be the wind.
More like hot air to me.
What?
Oh, nothing, dear, nothing.
Oh, well, hello, Lila, Ned.
Hello, dear.
Oh, what lovely lilacs.
Ned picked them for me.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Have you seen anything of Tracy today?
Oh, she said she was going to spend the afternoon at the spa.
Take much more than an afternoon for her, but then again, I can't envy her at the moment. I would love a nice massage right now.
You're not still angry with Alan, are you?
Well, aren't you?
Oh, he's just upset about the will.
Well, yeah, I'd say he was upset enough to try to have it invalidated, have a court declare his father incompetent when he signed it.
It'll all work out, dear. You'll see.
Oh, Lila, forgive me, but I don't think it is going to. I don't think that we're going to stop all this fighting and haggling in this family for quite a while.
What makes you say that?
Because I know Alan. And I think he's up to something. Have either one of you seen him today?
He made some very mysterious phone calls before he left.
Well, that clinches it. He is up to something. I'm going to find out what it is. He wouldn't dare.
You're not thinking what I'm thinking, are you?
You bet I am.
What is it, Monica?
Lila, it's a list of the ELQ stockholders, and there are check marks next to the largest shareholders.
Well, if he's planning some kind of ELQ takeover, he's got another thing coming.
But Edward left you with the controlling shares of the company, didn't he, Ned?
That's right, he did, Grandmother, and I intend to carry out my responsibilities to it.
I'm going with you, Ned.
I don't think that's a good idea, Monica. You shouldn't get involved.
Oh, I think it is a good idea. I am involved. I'm on the board, and I'll explain to you in the car. Excuse us, Lila.